A fortnight before, I brought you a story of Neymar being linked to Manchester United, and guess what? This time round, we've gotten a story coming in from L'Equipe, coming in from France, that Casemiro is convincing Neymar to join Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. We are going to discuss lots of stories. There is one concerning how extravagant the Glazers are on the two finales that the team of United is going to hate to play at Wembley. They've gone ahead to spend £500,000. That is the Glazers, and guess what? It's not coming from their pockets. It's coming in from the budget of Manchester United. You know, as we are here mourning that we don't having money to spend huge in the transfer window, they are easily spending this money stupidly in a very extravagant way. And lastly, we are going to really bring you the huge statements that a former legend of Manchester United underscore on Erik Ten Hag and what has gone ahead to do this season at Old Trafford. Rock and David is my name. Let's see close to 200 likes smash on the video. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 13,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and today is the 22nd of May, meaning that we are left with just 9 days to really call it quits for this month. So let's work hard and find ourselves in a position of obviously subscribing, and let's continue to grow this channel. And those that want to support us, you can really hit the join button and obviously subscribe for a single month, all other months to come, and become a member. And some member content is really going to be coming in through very, very soon. Now, let's go deep into this story that the L'Equipe of France has gone ahead to reveal to us. They've told us that talks are underway between Manchester United and PSG about a potential move for Neymar. Casemiro is convincing Brazilian teammate to come. The deal would be a loan, with United taking care of his entire salary. Now, looks like Neymar is having his eyes onto the Premier League. Him and Messi are fed up of the PSG. Remember, for Lionel Messi, it's a different story altogether. Messi has his contract running out on the 30th of June, and he might either find himself playing for Saudi Arabia or returning back to Barcelona. Neymar feels like Kylian Mbappe has been given a lot of power, and they've gone ahead to undermine him and Messi. That's why he also wants to follow Messi, but with him having signed a contract that is still keeping him at PSG for the next 3 years, Neymar looks like he wants out, and PSG really want a lot of money from him, close to £70 million, and I think no one can offer £70 million for Neymar because he's 31 years of age. He's an injury-prone player, but he brings a lot to the team where he goes ahead to play. For when you look at Neymar, this season he has gone ahead to play 20 games into the League One, 13 goals scored and 11 assists. In the Champions League, he played 6 games and he scored 2 goals. That is Neymar for you. In the French Cup, he played 2 games and scored 1 goal. So he has gone ahead to play in total 28 games, 16 goals and 11 assists. I'm divided about sorry about that. I'm divided about the decision of Neymar coming to Manchester United. I've always watched many of these videos. If you told me that you were getting Neymar at Manchester United, I would say yes. I would love the player. You know why? When you look at the creativity department of Manchester United, it's really lacking. That's it. And if you are to increase the competition into the attacking positions of Manchester United, I would fancy Neymar. One, Neymar is not selfish. That's it. That's why you see to it that he's having 11 assists in only 20 games of going to play. So when you look at most of our wide forwards, they're really selfish. You know, even Bruno is a central attack midfielder, but the way he does his stuff, sometimes he's too selfish to spare some time to create what we call chances for the center forward. That's why you see to it that the center forwards of Manchester United rarely score goals like tap-ins, like you saw the one Anton Martial scored against Wolverhampton Wanderers. We rarely score such goals because our creative midfield doesn't really create chances for our number 9s. To add more to that, he is a player who can really craft out a moment of magic. That's it. He's a very talented player, and he's one of the best players in the world. With the brand of Manchester United, if you bring in Neymar, and I think Neymar is not a player that I've ever had causing chaos into the dressing room. He has discipline, I think can easily fit in this club, and us getting him on a loan to come in through and really play for United is something great to me, because next season we are going to attack 4 competitions: Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. So if you add Neymar to our front 3, it's something great that is going to really help players like Rashford to know that the competition is stiff. Players like Alejandro Garnacho, every time they get a chance to play, they'll find themselves in a position of obviously doing the needful and obviously scoring in for the club of Manchester United. With Erik Ten Hag calling in for 3 centre forwards this season, if at all he only gets in 1, Neymar can play in all the 4 attacking positions of the midfield. He can play as a central attacking midfielder, that is in the Bruno Fernandes role. He can play as a right attacking midfielder, where Anthony plays. He can play as a left attack midfielder, where Garnacho, Sancho, and Rashford plays. He can also lead the line as a false number 9, and he can do that role very, very well. So, to me, in Neymar, if we are getting him on a free and we're going to pay his salary, £500,000 a week, I think it's a deal worth a risk. Why? When you look at his Instagram and his followers, Neymar has 200 million followers. So I think he can sell a good number of shirts for Manchester United. Now, with Casemiro convincing him to come, it's not something that Casemiro is doing without the awareness or the approval of the manager, that is Erik Ten Hag, meaning that Erik Ten Hag would love a player of the quality of Neymar. Ten Hag really knows what quality brings, you know. He's an injury-prone player, I really understand, but if he really can get us 30 games a season, he can really turn out to be that outlet that can really create goals for Manchester United. Has been linked to teams like Newcastle, Chelsea, but I believe if there is genuine interest with Manchester United, I think he can pick Manchester United over Newcastle. And there is a very huge Brazilian atmosphere roving around Manchester United with Casemiro, Fred, Anthony, you know. So, Fred, you know, we're having Brazilian players at Manchester United that can easily create a very conducive environment for him to come and operate. So to me, I would fancy Neymar to come at Manchester United on a loan of 1 year, as we prepare ourselves to do the needful and get in players next season. Because right now, we can only go on to get in players that we can afford as soon as possible because of the takeover of United that is really delaying most of the deals, you know. Ten Hag will go in for these loan deals because he knows how hard it's going to be for him to sign in players. If it was hard for him to sign in players when there was no the takeover, now it's going to be a different time altogether for Manchester United as far as signing players is really concerned. Now, we all understand that even if Sheikh Jassim Al Thani comes in and takes over Manchester United, such deals of like signing Neymar on a loan will be easy for us to really do and obviously get out of the way, because Sheikh Jassim Al Thani is having a very good relationship with the owners of the France-based team that is PSG, and he will get this to come easily. But even if he doesn't come in through and we get him early enough, we get Rabiot on a free, we get Neymar on a loan, those will be 2 good signings added to the squad. If I told you add on Kim Min-jae and maybe Dusan Vlahovic or Harry Kane, I think those will be good additions to the team of Manchester United, and obviously go ahead and expand our club to the next level, because any quality player that we can get in on a loan this transfer window is welcome to me. Is welcome, because we will wait in to get in quality players that we are going to send a permanent deal, and we cannot get them in. We cannot compete with other teams. Look at Liverpool. They've gone ahead to agree a deal with McAllister. Arsenal close to signing Declan Rice. Real Madrid taking Jude Bellingham. Liverpool is going in for McAllister. So, elite teams are going in for players, and United is there seated waiting for the takeover, where the Glazers are willing to really delay and keep it on as they want. So, if at all opportunities for such players like Neymar arise, I'll take him on a loan, not on a permanent deal. He comes in through, plays for one season for Manchester United, and obviously goes back to PSG. That will be a very good sign because he's a quality player. And if at all you tell me on who is in the top 10 list of the best players in the world, I think Neymar is way up there. So that's it for Neymar. Casemiro convincing Neymar to come to Manchester United, and if at all he's convincing him, he is not doing it on anybody's orders apart from Erik Ten Hag's orders. That's it. Now let's go to the Extravagant Glazer and see how extravagant this man is. Laurie Whitwell, a correspondent of United for The Athletic, has gone ahead and confirmed to us that when Extravagant Glazer flew in for Manchester United's Carabao Cup finale in February via a private jet, the price put down in the accounts was £250,000. He travelled the same luxurious way to the Women's FA Cup finale last weekend, with the club footing the bill. Meaning that for the two finales that Extravagant Glazer showed up at Wembley, he spent £500,000. So you now know why these Glazers don't want to leave Manchester United, because it has gone ahead to give them a luxurious life that they never even thought of having in their career, because they can spend the cash of Manchester United as they want. Imagine spending £250,000 on every trip to Wembley. That is £500,000. £500,000 is something great if at all you're going to sign players, and if at all you're really looking at getting in player salaries. And even if you are to inject £500,000 at Carrington to improve the facilities, it would do a very huge job. So that's why we call out such people to get out of the club of Manchester United. It's not that we are not having valid reasons, but look at how extravagant they are. Yet they told us that this summer we have to sell to buy. But for them, they are spending money like that in an extravagant way that is really stupid. So to me, I think these Glazers are looking at us as a cash cow, and why they are delaying to really leave the club of Manchester United. They want to see whether we qualify for the Champions League. They want to see whether we can get in a very phenomenal shirt sponsorship deal, and look to the books and really count and see how much money can they get, or dividends can they get next year. And if at all they can weather through this harsh financial situation at Manchester United, I think they might not find themselves get out of the club of Manchester United. Those are the Glazers for you, So they are spending stupid like that because they don't want to know, and they don't even bother about the club of Manchester United, whether we are going to spend money or what. For them, they can easily spend that money stupidly. So those are the Extravagant Glazers, and it was Extravagant Glazer who spent £500,000 onto the two finales, and that means he's willing to spend another £250,000 when we are going to play Man City in the finale. So it shows you that on only two finales, there's going to have to spend £750,000, and they'll come out and really let you know that we failed to sign such and such a player because we cannot finance his salary or finance some money remaining onto their transfer. So it shows you how extravagant they are, and those are the Glazers, and you now know what they bring on the table of Manchester United. Now, Andy Cole, a former legend of Manchester United, and to bring him up to speed and to let you know who he was, he's one of those few Premier League strikers that had scored 34 Premier League goals in a Premier League season, all in a single Premier League season. And guess what? He has found himself in a situation of his record being broken by Erling Haaland, because Haaland scored 35 goals this season so far and is left with 2 games to go. If he can score more and more and more, then he can continue to extend more from the record set by Andy Cole and Alan Shearer. Now, I was told us that I think Erik ten Hag has done extremely well. He has won a cup in his first season and finds himself in with a chance of winning the FA Cup as well. Not to forget how we were fighting to finish in the top 4, which was the most important thing at the start of the season. And to me, this really takes me back to the FA that really named the top 6 coaches. And Erik ten Hag was not among the top 6. And they said that Unai Emery has gone ahead to do a better job than Erik ten Hag. De Zerbi, into that mix. And you come out and obviously ask yourself, why is Erik ten Hag not into that list of the great managers this season? Going to hate to do lots of things, because he has done miracles. He has pulled out miracles, with that squad, getting Ronaldo out. Instead of Gakpo, you get in Weghorst, having lots of injuries, playing in every competition and competing. He has not participated. He has gone ahead to compete in every tournament. Carabao Cup, he played in the finale and won it. FA Cup is in the finale of the FA Cup. UEFA Europa League, he was knocked out on the quarterfinals by Sevilla. Then in the Premier League, he's fighting to qualify for the Champions League. That is a team known as Manchester United for you, and the man behind all of that is Erik ten Hag. So guys, your thoughts on Casemiro convincing Neymar to come to Manchester United are welcome in the comment section below. Would you like to get in Neymar on a loan at Manchester United and agent Casemiro is doing his job? Then Glazers, extravagance, what's your thought about that? And lastly, Erik ten Hag being hailed by the former legend of Manchester United, that is Andy Cole, for the work well done. So smash the like button, comment and share. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you later, my lovely mates.